All right, it's about 8:15 on the last day of August 2025, and here's hoping that I am at the right trailhead. Never hiked into this lake before. Okay, this is kind of what the last part of the trail looks like. Pretty good climb. This last part of the trail. I think it climbs 1,000 feet in a mile and a half. Pretty good climb. This is the last part of it. I'm within about half a mile of where I'm going, I think. All right, it's Sunday, last day in August 31st, 2025. I am in the mountains of west central Montana, and making my final approach to Ali Lake. Never been in here before. It's been on my list for a couple of years now. I've known about it. I just didn't really know if there was a route in here or not. Been studying the maps, and I basically had the route figured out, but wasn't sure. And I did get clued in from a fisheries biologist about it. And so, yeah. The first part of this, the first, I don't know, mile and a half or so, 1.6 miles, it follows an old roadbed that turns off into another old roadbed and becomes very, very overgrown. The roadbed is there, but I mean very overgrown with plants, even trees. And then somewhere around the 2 mile mark, 2.25 mile mark, there's actually the trail that I'm on diverges. Wow, this is climbing. Steep climb. Yeah, at about the 2.25 mile mark, the trail, there's actually a trail that takes off the old roadbed, and I was warned that it's easy to miss, and that is not a lie. I missed it. There, I saw the cairn. There's a cairn that marks the spot. I saw the cairn, but thought it was directing me to keep following the roadbed, so I followed the roadbed, and luckily the roadbed, in about 1/8 of a mile or so, 1/4 of a mile, the roadbed kind of ran out. So I backtracked, found the cairn, and got on the trail. I honestly don't know what kind of use this gets. There certainly is evidence of travel in here. Yeah, she's climbing good on this final approach. I did see evidence of some recent horse traffic, but that's it. It's, except for route finding skills and the final climb in, it's not a difficult hike. It's probably, for me, it's going to come out to be about 3.5 miles because of the backtracking I did, but it's probably 3 miles, 3.25 miles. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the camera away and get up the last part of this. Like I said, I think I'm within a half mile of the lake, and hopefully the fishing is good. So more to come. Okay, it's about 10:15 or so. It took me about 2 hours to get in here, mainly because I got lost a little bit, but I found my way in. Pretty good, pretty tough. The last part of this hike is tough, steep climb. So I've never been here before. Like I said, this lake's been on my list for a while. It's self-sustaining, it's not stocked. It's listed as having cutthroats, rainbows, and rainbow cutthroat hybrids, and I suspect most of this is going to be rainbow cutthroat hybrids. The fish in here, I've looked at the surveys, and the fish in here get up to about 18 inches, although the average is around 12. So I see a few fish rising. You know, not a whole lot of room for back casting. Yeah, I don't know if I'd bring a float tube in here, but I did bring my waders and my wading boots, which is a good thing because I can wade these shoal areas and fish these drop-offs. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, good to be here, and hopefully the fishing's good. So as you can see, there's an established camp here. 2 fire rings, smaller one here, nicer one here. Over here by the outlet, there's a tether line. So evidently I think people use this in here for horses. I think they bring horses in here occasionally, but I honestly don't know how much use this lake gets. Like I said, it's not an overly long hike. It's only about 3.5 miles, and just the route finding's a little tough in spots, and the last part of the climb in here is pretty steep. But other than that, it's, you know, it's all right. Okay, we'll try this again. I'm rigged up. I've got the Orvis Recon rigged up with a floating fly line, about a 12 or 13 foot leader. Standard leader. The tippet though is 4X fluorocarbon, about 4 to 5 feet. And then I'm doing the same thing I did last week in the West Pioneers. I'm going with a foam ant. All right, and I do see fish rising out there, so hopefully I have the same. I used to use this all the time in the summer up in the high country, so hopefully it works here. Yeah, there's fish all out in here rising. I had one rise right over here off to my right, another one right over here, and then you can see the one out there. Another interesting thing, water temperature here is, you know, I don't have my thermometer with me, but it's fairly cool. It's fairly cold. It's not, you know, even though it's the end of August, and it's cold, which is a good thing. Some of these high mountain lakes, they can, depending on, you know, what they have for springs or whatever, lack thereof, or inlet streams, they can be kind of warm. So the other thing I noticed when I got in the water, right when I got in the water, there was a sculpin, a live sculpin, which that's interesting. I always associate sculpins with streams, moving water, not lakes. But yeah, there's a big old fat sculpin in the shallows there. So interesting. Yeah. All right, so I'm just greasing the line, or greasing the fly and greasing the line here. The bad news is, it ain't good, I forgot my net. Alright, so here we go, first cast. And this one's going to be a roll cast, which is alright. Now, like I said before, the biggest issue with this is just patience, just waiting. These fish, they patrol, and sometimes they cruise in groups, and so you got to wait. You know, there's fish working over here, but you got to wait for them to come back. They typically have a little circuit that they patrol, and we'll go from there. All right, first fish, and I forgot my net, and this looks like a west slope, actually. And he just got off. Good for him. All right, I got another one. If I can get him in. This is a nice fish. And of course, I don't have the net, so got to keep him out of these. So there's logs in here that I got to keep him out of. That's what happened to the last one. So I got to kind of horse him a little bit, which is not good. And these are strong fish. These are, yeah. Boy, this is a nice fish. Yeah, he's all right. He just tried to hook me around that log. And I don't have the net, so this is going to be kind of tricky. Well, that's a nice fish. That's a nice cut. So this looks to be a west slope. And this fish is about 15, maybe 16 inches. He's a nice fish. Wow. Yeah, very nice. Look at that. That is a nice fish. Very nice fish. One more time. So if you just kind of watch what's going on out here, you'll see fish rising all over the place. And, you know, if you watched my video last week, I talked a little bit about ants and brown ants in the fall, and sure enough, that's what we got going on here. We've got a brown ant, we've got winged brown ants on the water, and that's what they're keying in on. And I'm using a black foam ant right now, but I do have some winged brown foam ants just for situations like this. Normally the black foam ants close enough match, but sometimes they can be selected. But that's what's going on here. You've got these winged brown ants that are falling on the water here, and these fish are keying in on them. All right, so I got my third one. I just lost another one, a little guy, and then I got another one in here. Not too bad a fish in this lake. Boy, I wish I would have brought my net though. This guy here, he's about 11 to 12 inches. And he just got off. All right, got another one here. These are strong fish too. It's cold water. I didn't realize, you know, I didn't expect this water to be this cold up here. You know, the lake's only about 8,000 feet or so. Boy, I wish I would have brought my net. Boy, these are tough cutthroats. Anybody who says that cutthroats don't fight, these fish, you know, when they're healthy, what do we got here? Is this a cut or is this a hybrid? This might be a hybrid. Can't tell. Could be a west slope. He's looking more like west slope than anything else, but he's about 14 inches. Nice fish, very nice fish. Okay. All right. Had kind of a small drought here. Missed a couple. I've got another one. This looks like an average fish. If I can get him in, this will be my 5th one. Been fishing for, about an hour and a half. So because this lake is not stocked, you're going to see all different kinds of size classes in here. It's a good lake though. The fish are in really great shape. So this guy here, oh boy, he's pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that fish. He is gorgeous. These are mostly west slopes. I thought there would be more hybrids in here, and he, you know, he's not huge, but he's fat. He's nice and fat. That's a nice fish. Look at that little head. Back you go. And another happy customer. Boy, they're going nuts after that. There's one right there. If you can look right there, there's an ant on the water there, a winged ant on the water. That's what they're keying in on. There's one right here in front of me too. Another nice fish. Mostly west slopes. That's all right. Very fat. Okay, it's what is it? 12:45 or so. Just breaking for a little bit of lunch. The fishing is excellent. I think I've caught really 6, 5 or 6, something like that. I think 6, and lost a few others. It seems like it may have slowed down in the last 30 minutes or so. Maybe that could just be me. It could just be where I'm at and the fact that I've caught a few to where they're avoiding the area there. So have a little bit of lunch, rest the area. May switch flies a little bit. The ant's been good, but I may put on one of the winged brown ones that I have just to see if that does any better. Excellent little lake, you know. It's kind of a pain getting in here. It's not. I keep saying it's not overly hard. It's just it's steep. The last part of it is steep, and then the most of the hike, about, I don't know, 1.6 miles of the hike, or maybe even 2 miles of the hike, is an old roadbed, and it's just overgrown. That's the only thing with it. And then you can maybe miss the trail if you're not careful, which is exactly what I did. But yeah, good little lake. Yeah, happy that I came here. Hopefully I catch some more after lunch, because I'll probably leave about 3-ish or so, something like that. So yeah, more to come. Okay, so this is what I'm changing to. This is a Schlottersant. That's what the pattern is called, Schlottersant. And you can tie them in either black or brown. This one's tied in brown, and it's a little bit closer match for a winged brown ant. So this is what I'm going to go with. And not that I've done bad, you know, I've caught 6, so just see if it's a little bit better match. And then I'm going to work the other side of the lake. All right, there's I've weighted this shoal. There's a wide shoal over here, and there's it's shallow, and so it's about knee deep, and so there's a bunch of fish working in here. So we're going to try and see what we can come up with here. Sometimes places like this, if it's shallow like this, these can be smaller fish. We'll see. Hopefully not. But there's fish right out here in front of me. Plenty of room for back casting out here, so we'll give it a shot. And I don't know, what I don't know is if this shoal is this wide as we go further down the lake. I just saw fish working in here. I wanted to explore a little bit more, but I saw fish working in here, so I thought I would take a shot. There's one right out here. I just don't know how big he is. Might be a little guy. There he is. Oh, lost him, I think. Nope, got him still. Still got him. He's about 11, 12 inches. Now this is a hybrid. So this is a rainbow cutthroat hybrid is what this is. And the way I know that is because of all the spotting. West Slopes, he's obvious. He's an obvious hybrid. You can see he's very heavily spotted. And he has a faint pink stripe. That's a hybrid. All right, got another one. It's been about 60 seconds after I released that other guy. If that. This is a nice fish. He's decent. West Slope. chunky fish. This might be a hybrid as well. He's heavily spotted as well. Yeah, this is a hybrid as well. I thought it was a West Slope because of the crimson belly, but nope, this is a hybrid, another hybrid. Boy, this is a nice fish too. Boy, he's fat. Look at how fat that is. That's a male. Wow. There we go. And another one. This is a nice fish too. I believe this is my 9th one. Boy, this is a nice fish. He's all right. Did I mention I should have brought my net? Now this looks like a rainbow, but he's a hybrid. This is a hybrid as well, but he's got a lot of rainbow in him. Very, wow, nice fish. Look at how pale he is. How yellow colored he is. Yep. That's a hybrid. That is an obvious hybrid. Back you go. So fish just rose off to my left. And if he's headed the right way, he'll take the fly right in front of me. We'll see. He may have gone the other way, or we'll see. Finally, had a couple refusals. You know, over there, 50 feet away it was dynamite. And over here I've had a couple of refusals, and I'm not real sure why. Same fly. So this will be 12. In about 3 hours of fishing. Another fat fish. Another gorgeous fish, yeah. Alright, real pretty fish, yep. Another very nice fish. Now this is a nice fish. Another really great fish. Oh my goodness, he's big. Look at him. Look at that fish. That's 13. Which way is he going? That's the problem, I don't know. Shit, I missed. Had a tough time in here, finally got a hookup. All I needed was a little bit of breeze so that they couldn't look at it too close. And he's gone. That would have been my 14th one. Okay, it's 3:05 p.m. on the last day of August 2025. I'm packed up, headed out. Ali Lake, whatever you want to call it. Departing shot. Good day up here. Good day up here. Wish I would have caught that 14th, but I can't complain about 13 very nice fish up here. So good day up here. Last day of August. Not a lot of days left for the high country, so